quarterback Jalen McClendon and head coach C.J. Johnson.
Hey, you know what? Anytime you play these games, no one's ever out of a game. And, that team, they've been through something this year, but, man, they're resilient. Always have good talent. Jim Manos, their GM, was with me at the Saints, and, man, he does an incredible job. The quarterback play by them I thought was better than I expected today. Receivers played well for them. They really ran the ball. Wes Hopkins always gives us a challenge. Defense was sound. They were good. We made some timely plays. I thought we could have done a little better job fitting the run. I thought our secondary played good. We kind of got going early, and then we kind of sputtered throughout. And then when we had to move it, we moved it. And I thought, it was a good team win. Special teams didn't hurt us. We blocked 2 punts. We just couldn't get it. But the big play was the scoop and score. It was phenomenal.
All right, we'll open up to questions in the room.
Okay, Coach. A couple weeks ago, I'm Amanda with Amber and RC. So a couple weeks ago, you talked about having that hope in your team. And then today, you're saying it's a victory day. Can you talk about that hope a little bit that those players have given you back? And then also, Jalen, you were telling Jalen to play in the zone. Can you talk a little bit about that too?
So the thing about hope was when you hadn't won the game, you really don't know how to, you don't know how to you really don't know how to. What's going to happen next, I would say. You're just hoping that you win. You're hoping that you win. You're hoping that you win. But we had hope because we got good players and we got good people. I said it when we were 0-2. I said, I love this team. I truly do. They tease me all the time. They all mock what I say. They do those. But they really, really want to compete. They want to win. They come to practice every day. And I thought this week was by far our best week of practice since I've been in the UFL. And I think that's going to go on 3-4 weeks from now. That's when this week will come to fruition. I was telling
Jalen, you had one of your better games. Each week keep improving. What is it that you're seeing with your team? You're gelling with the team. What is it that you're seeing? And then Marsh, I'll give it after Jalen. That scoop, the force fumble, the tackle. What was going through your mind? All that.
I thought I played terrible today. I thought I played terrible. Like Coach was saying, we like to be aggressive when the opportunity presents itself. So we had a few looks. I'll say we had probably about 5 to 7 looks that we felt like we could have took shots, and we had mismatches in certain places, and I just didn't take advantage of it. I was check down Charlie, which is fine, but you got to understand when to take the deep shot. So I thought I failed the team in that aspect. But the defense, he was saying we teased him. The defense, loved it. I love it. They played phenomenal. But the team, I think I don't think it has nothing to do with me. I think we all just gelling as a team. The staff's doing a great job of just dialing up plays. The defense is playing out of their minds right now. And the offense, we just come together, especially.
What was going through my mind is I was just so happy, we were able to scoop it and score and get a turnover off of it. It was nothing special, just doing my job. So credit to Coach Wilson and my teammates. We all did our jobs and it was successful. So, I was just trying to keep contained on the quarterback, and then I saw the ball, put my helmet on the ball, and so I'm just glad that we were able to get a scoop and score.
Well, Jalen, I got to follow up. You were 20 for 28, 149, 1 touchdown, 71% completion rating, and a quarterback rating of 127.9.
And he
That's a
played bad.
terrible game in your mind?
It did not feel like that at all. It felt way worse than that. But man, it's just like, I don't know. I was talking with Sam Macho after the game. It's like I don't know. Like, I don't know. It ain't me. It's God. Like, I give all thanks to God. Like, it is all God. Like, I just try to stay grounded in my faith and just with the talents He give me, just be a good steward of them and use them. So, yeah.
All right, last one, and then we're going to open it up to questions for Zoom.
Yeah, Jalen, at the end of the game, 3rd and 7, you get 7.5. Was Kiki your primary target there?
So on that play, we had a 1 high and 2 high look. I knew we was going to get 0. EP was calling me he was saying down, hey, throw the block here. And I'm like, man, it's cover 0 like that. They 3 for 3 on their side. So I knew the look we had, Key was going to run. He did a great job on the slant, pushing vertical and breaking flat across and getting the depth and just catching the ball. And so I just threw it. O-line, they kept me protected for long enough. So it was a quick game play, so we knew he was going to get it out quick. So I thought Key did a great job of just running the slant and catching it.
All right, we got any questions for Zoom?
Coach James Larson with Pro Football Newsroom. Congrats on the win. I wanted to ask about just kind of the defense resiliency over the last couple of weeks. We've seen cornerbacks go down. Colby Richardson's been out. Damon Arnett missed today, but we saw Armani, who's sitting next to you, make some big plays. Jaquan Shepard comes over this week, steps in, gets an interception. Can you kind of speak about the secondary and what they've been able to do?
Coach Maxey's done a phenomenal job. Great communicator, knows exactly. Maxey played the league forever. I coached against him a bunch when I was in the league. He does a great job. I think these young men all are good players, you know, and the bottom line is next man up. And like Armani, he got an opportunity and he did the best he could with it. You know, played a great game. So, you know, I just think what they do in practice is what you see out on the field. They do a great job.
All right.
I wanted to ask about the super challenge that you had in the 4th quarter. Obviously, you know, it's kind of tough to try to get those right all the time, especially, you know, losing that timeout, thankfully didn't come back to bite you. What did you kind of see on that play, and with it being just a 3-yard gain, why did you decide to throw a challenge at that moment?
Well, here's what happened. It was the challenge was a holding penalty. And the one thing I didn't want them to do is get in scoring position to score and win. If it's 3rd and extra long, then it makes them throw the ball every time. And if they got to throw it, then I love our chances. I think we cover well. I think we rush the passer well. I thought it was a hole. From upstairs, they told me to challenge it. They told me it was a hole. I didn't see it. I saw it on the replay after, and it didn't go our way. But I ain't got a philosophy. I don't think you take those challenges home. There's things throughout the game that you gotta do, and I wanted to put them in a backed up situation, and then my defense can rush the passer, and you know we could do it. But it worked out for us anyway.
And then finally, the run game kind of took a bit of a hit with Kirk Merritt going down there. How did that kind of change the offensive game plan down the stretch of the game, and how proud are you of this offense for getting the job done in the end?
Look, the offense did a great job. When it counted at the end of the game, what good teams do, they do what they have to do to win. You know, and that's what we did. We ran it. I think our offensive line, Tom Cable's done a great job, man, with this offensive line. I think he got the right guys. He got the right players. I thought Eric Price called a great game, and the backs really ran hard. So all 3 of them.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
All right, we'll bring it back to the room.
Oh, I was just going to comment. I'd ask you about the throwing to Kiki. Coach was mic'd up during the game, and at some point you could hear him yelling, "Throw it to Kiki! Throw it to Kiki!" So I'm glad you listened.
Yeah, nah. I mean, we all come together on Fridays and say what plays we like. So, and we usually are on the same page every time. So, I think we all seen the same thing. So I didn't even hear him say that. But as far as you say that, I'm sorry I didn't hear you say it. I knew where I was going the whole time.
So you guys are 3-3 now, and you're going into Birmingham next week. Mm-hmm. What changes can we expect for next week?
I think we continue to work hard. You know, Birmingham, still until you beat them, until they knocked out, they're the king of the spring. You know, they're a good team. Coach Host does a magnificent job. You know, he has spring ball. He has the blueprint for spring ball. He's the, you know, he's the Bill Parcells of spring ball, I guess you'd call it. But man, you know, I think what you do is you have a good week of practice. You know, you get some guys back from off injury, which I think we're going to do, and then you go into Birmingham with, you know, we got to run the ball and we got to stop them from running it, and hopefully you come out with a win.
All right, thank you all very much.
Thank you guys.
Love it. I love it.